Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. As of the time of shooting this video, this channel is very close to 10,000 subscribers. I started posting video regularly before late summer. With your support as well as YouTube's algorithm, more and more people began to find this channel. I'm very happy to see this result because it shows that my hard work is gradually being recognized by the community. Again, thank you for your support. Without you as my audience, these videos would be a waste of time. Even though I'm busy due to different obligations, I will still keep working on this project since I believe by providing this type of information, future generations who practice martial arts and philosophy, not just the Chinese martial art or internal style or Taoism, will benefit from this project. I'm not sure how long I can keep posting videos, but I will do my best and hopefully I can keep this project going in the future. To celebrate 10,000 subscribers, I'd like to make a special Q&A video. If you have a question about the internal styles or Xiu Dao, please leave it in the comments. I will try my best to answer it for you next time in a video format. Your question need not be specific to martial proverb series. After I started the Decoding martial proverb series, I have received a lot of feedback, including some encouraging comments and some very interesting questions. Mr. Rodney Pollitt, a taichi teacher from Paris, left a comment on my YouTube channel. He suggested me to explain Chen Bagu, a very popular martial proverb. To make the video more informative, I'd like to start to introduce a similar classical term, Chen Bagu, or stretch the tendon and pull the bone. Also, I will introduce another one, 蓄劲如张弓, 发劲如射箭, or store energy like drawing a bow, releasing energy like releasing an arrow. So, let's get started. Before we dive into the explanation, let me first talk about a phenomenon about Chinese martial art proverbs. Very often, one proverb may have variations which differ from each other by one or two words. Different teachers will use different versions of the proverb in teaching. It is hard to say which one is correct or incorrect because it is often with reference to context. Also, explanation is more important than the proverb alone. When introducing a proverb, I always try to mention different versions of a proverb and explain them all. So please do not get confused when you see multiple variations of a proverb talking about the same practice. So let's talk about the proverb, Chen Bagu. It's a very popular and very common term. To have a better understanding, I'd like to explain this proverb in a systematic way, including the source of the term, how to practice it, and any other information worth explaining. Chen means stretching, Jin means tendon, Ba means pulling, Gu means bones. Together, this term tells us that in martial art practice, one has to practice stretching the tendon and pulling the bones. No matter what style of Chinese martial art, including internal and external styles, all the practitioners must practice this kind of exercise. So, what is Jin and Gu? Or what are tendon and bones? Originally, this term was from the oldest Chinese medicine book, 黄帝内经, or Yellow Emperor Internal Medicine Classic. In that book, Jin and Gu were used to describe tendon and bone. Since then, Jin and Gu has been widely used to describe the body. For example, Mencius, a very important figure in Confucianism, second only to Confucius himself, once said in his book that 天将降大任于斯人也，必先苦其心志，劳其筋骨，饿其体肤，空乏其身，行拂乱其所为，所以动心忍性，增益其所不能。This translates to when heaven is about to place a great responsibility on a great man. It always first frustrates his spirit and will, exhausts his tendons and bones, exposes him to starvation and poverty, harasses him by troubles and setbacks, so as to stimulate his spirit, toughen his nature, and enhance his ability. So overall, Jin and Gu, or tendon and bone, together mean body. Then, what do the term Jin and Gu mean in martial practice? Do they only mean tendon and bone? The answer is no. Traditionally, bone means structure and tendon means everything surrounding the bones, including muscles and other tissues. There is another popular proverb which is 强筋壮骨, which literally translates to strengthen the tendon and solidify the bones. Very often, this term is used to describe the result of a martial practice, which is to make the body stronger. For example, many people describe the practice of a martial art as 打熬筋骨 or forge tendon and bone. Now, let's continue talking about the term Chen Bagu. There is another very common misunderstanding of this proverb that many people think this term talks about improving flexibility. I believe that this term does not only focus on flexibility, but more importantly, it emphasizes strengthening the body through practicing muscle, tendon, and body structure. Chen Bagu has a variation, Shen Bagu. The only difference here between these two proverbs is in the first word. One is stretching and the other is extending. So, is there any difference between them? Are they exactly the same? Many people think they are the same. Actually, they are not. Let me explain. Stretching and extending may be similar, almost interchangeable in English, but in the context of internal styles, they mean two different types of practice. The difference is more internal than external in nature. Externally, they may seem to be the same, but internally, they are two different practices. Extending is to start the movement from the center of the body and extend the body from the center to the top of the head. Stretching is from the highest point of our body, such as top of the head or the hands, when we extend our hand over our head. So far, if this explanation is not that clear, it will become very clear after watching the demonstration section. So then, what is the sequence? Well, we start from the Shen Bagu, extending the tendon and pulling the bone from the stomach area. Then, gradually, the body extends to its limit. Then, at this moment, start to Chen Bagu, or stretching the tendon and pulling the bone. Please keep in mind that to have a better result, you have to follow the correct sequence of practice. Always start the movement from the center of the body. Now, let's go back to Mr. Paulet's question. The proverb he mentioned is Chen Bagu, or extending the tendon and pulling the bone. Actually, Chen Bagu, the proverb suggested by Mr. Paulet, has the same meaning as Shen Bagu, not only in translation but also in practice. Please understand this proverb based on the previous explanation, since they are talking about the same practice. Now, let's focus on the second part of the term, Bagu, or pulling the bone. So, what is pulling the bone? It is to extend the joints. The objective of extending the joints is to stretch the tendons. In other words, stretching the tendon through pulling the bone. So, let's focus on the tendon, not the bone. A common mistake is that since many people believe that this kind of exercise is very physical, people forget one of the key words in the internal style, which is mind. In practice, please use your mind to guide the movement. Keep your mind to the middle area of your body. Use the mind to direct the body movement. Keep your mind relaxed and focused when extending and stretching. Never let the mind just follow the physical movement. Instead, use the mind to lead and guide each movement. This is a very important principle to practice this style of exercise correctly and effectively. Furthermore, I'd like to share another important detail about moving the hands upward during practice. When your hand moves upward, your body should make small spiral movements when extending and stretching upward. So, body extending and stretching movement does not merely follow a straight line. Please pay attention to this detail when you watch the demonstration in the following section. Since Chen Bagu is an exercise that its main objective is to strengthen its body, including improving flexibility, solidify structure, and improving balance, the closing movement is necessary. Very often, people just jump to another exercise without paying attention to the closing movement. So, to maximize the benefit, you should add the closing movement after the Chen Bagu section. This is a commonly missed part in practice. I hope you will not make the same mistake in the future. In the three internal styles of martial arts, Fa Li is a key aspect in practice. I have mentioned in many of my prior videos that without Fa Li, your internal style practice will remain at a low level. The ability to generate and release Fa Li is one of the methods to evaluate your practice. I have to emphasize that in order to master Fa Li practice, you have to start from Chen Bagu. Chen Bagu is one of the basic practice if you want to master Fa Li. Without Chen Bagu, you will never master Fa Li. Based on my personal experience, very often people cannot demonstrate Fa Li precisely because of neglecting Chen Bagu. My grandfather had a very strict bike, even in his late 90s. I remember clearly that every morning and evening he would practice this kind of exercise on a daily basis. When he taught me, he always asked me to practice Chen Bagu in the beginning of a training section. Every time, you can consider this exercise as a transition to any Chinese style of practice. I hope we will keep this alive in the future. Personally, I practice this kind of exercise every day, and I can say that it has become part of my daily life. So far, I have introduced these terms including extending, stretching the tendon, and pulling the bone, especially the small spiral movements and using the mind to direct the physical movement internally. It is impossible to cover all the details in this short video, but if you pay attention to those aspects that I have been introducing here, then you will see the result in a very short time. Now, let me demonstrate one exercise that I teach to my students, which is an example of a Chen Bagu. Okay, let me introduce a Chen Bagu exercise. Before do the formal movement, you can do some other exercise to warm up your body. Then start this one. So you can keep your finger naturally crossed in front of stomach. Then move up the palms while making a small spiral movement with the body. Then focus on the inside of the body. Then palms extend upward. Then keep extending upward. Then keep this posture. Raise up the heel. Then drop down the heel. Body still keep pushing upward. And then upward again. Then extend. After many times, then what you can do? Move down the palms. Then extend the arms. You can keep your palm as this posture, or turn the palms into a fist. And then move up to one of the leg, extend. Then move downward. Then move on the other legs. Okay, then keep this posture and then move downward. And then upward. Then repeat the same movement. After many times, palms relax. Then cross the fingers again. Then upward, move upward. Keep the body straight. Focus on the inside of the body. Pay attention to the inside movement. Then extend upward. At a certain point, keep the legs straight. Then bend the backs. Bend the backs. Then put the palm on the ground. Keep this posture. Then upward. You can repeat this movement as many times as you want. And then palms to the chest level, extend. Then extend. Then move down the leg. Then change shape the weight and move up the other leg. You can extend the leg, the foot if you want. Okay, then eventually palms move downward. Then extend again. Then move upward. Then focus on the inside of the body. Palms move downward. Then put the palms on the side of the body. Then after here, you can continue other exercise or repeat the same routine other 4 times. Now, let's talk about the second martial proverb. 蓄劲如张弓，发劲如放箭. Or store energy as drawing a bow. Release energy like releasing an arrow. This is a famous taichi proverb, but it can be applied as a general principle to any martial art practice. I introduced Wu Yuxiang in my taichi introduction video. Again, Wu Yuxiang was one of the most important taichi scholars and the founder of Wu Hao style taichi. He wrote an article titled 太极拳解 or Taichi explanation. In this article, he described the practice of Tai Chi as 迈步如临渊，润进如抽丝，蓄劲如张弓，发劲如射箭。Or stepping feels like standing upon the edge of an abyss, moving like pulling silk threads, store energy like drawing a bow and releasing energy like releasing an arrow. To help you understand this Tai Chi history, I introduced another name in my prior Tai Chi video, which is Hao Wei Zhen. The name of Wu Hao style consists of two family names. The first part is Wu, representing Wu Yuxiang, and the second part, Hao, represents Hao Wei Zhen. By the way, Sun Lutang, the founder of the Sun style Tai Chi, learned the art from Hao Wei Zhen and then created the Sun style Tai Chi based on Hao's teaching. Hao Shaoru, the grandson of Hao Wei Zhen, in explaining his grandfather's Tai Chi theory, said that the body should have 5 bowls in order to achieve store energy like drawing a bow and release energy like releasing an arrow. He used the term 一身备武功 or the body have 5 bowls. I will explain both proverbs created by Wu Yuxiang and Hao Shaoru together in this video so that you will have a better understanding of this Tai Chi theory. We all know that the bow and arrow is a ranged weapon consisting of an elastic launching device or bow and long-shafted projectile or arrows. Important part of the bow include limb, bow tip, bow string, among others. We will use this term in describing the Tai Chi 5-bow concept later. Many Tai Chi practitioners apply the imagery of bow and arrow into practice, which is not only theoretically correct, but also provides a valuable guidance to its practice. So, what are these 5 bows in our body? Well, our body itself is one bow. Our 2 arms and 2 legs are the other 4 bows. Together, there are 5 bows and I will explain them one by one. First, the body bow. Our lower back is considered the center of the bow limb. Our cervical vertebra is the upper bow tip and the coccyx or the tail vertebra is the lower bow tip. Some people call the first cervical vertebra as the upper bow tip. I think it is not that necessary to be so precise since the force generated by the cervical vertebra involves not just the first joint. For arm bow, our elbow is the center of the bow limb. Our cervical and wrist are considered the 2 bow tips. For leg bow, our knee is the center of the bow limb. Our hip and the knee are considered as 2 bow tips. Among the 5 bows, our body bow is the most important element, and the arm bow and the leg bows are auxiliaries. After understanding what these body parts are related to 5 bows, then let me introduce the 2 typical states of a bow. One is tension and the other one is release. Now it's time to explain the proverb 蓄劲如张弓，发劲如射箭. Word by word now. 蓄 means store, prepare. 劲 means power or force. 如 means like. 张 means drawing. 弓 means bow. Together it is store energy like drawing a bow. To the second part, 发 means release. 劲 means power. Ru means like, Fang means release, Jian means arrow. Together, it can be translated to release power like releasing an arrow. So, to store the energy, to prepare the attack, one should make sure that the cervical vertebra and the coccyx should coordinate with each other by applying the same level of tension. The top of the head should have a slight upward motion. Shoulder and the waist should extend. Hip and the heel should have upward motion. All these small details are used to ensure that the body is ready to release the attack. When releasing the attack, the lower back should extend outward, sending the force downward to the heel through the hip and upward to the arm and hand. Any cycle of a movement consists of two parts. One is power storage and the other is power release. In other words, changing the state of the bow between tension and release so that the power will be prepared and released, which is the basic function of a bow. Also, the key aspect here is the coordination between the 5 bows. When one bow is storing and preparing the power, the other 4 bows should apply the same motion. When releasing the power, all the bows should release the power at the same time. This is in agreement with the prior proverb I mentioned, which says the power of the hand resonates with the power of the foot. As for breathing, inhalation will be applied when storing the power, while exhalation will be applied when releasing the power. So, the coordination between movement and breathing is important here as well. So far, we mainly focus on introducing the concept of bow. However, how about the arrow? What is arrow in practice? Well, different people gave different answers. Most people say that the arrow is the power released for self-defense. Some others, such as Yang Shengfu, said the opponent is like an arrow. By the logic, shooting the arrow would mean displacing the opponent. I think both of them are partially correct. However, my explanation is a bit different from, or rather a combination of both of them. I believe that in the beginning of the attack, the arrow is your own power before reaching the opponent, and later, the opponent becomes the arrow after your power reaches their body. Before reaching the opponent, you keep the arrow going forward. After reaching the opponent's body, you should send the power into the opponent's body and imagine that the opponent becomes the arrow. Again, like I said before, it's very hard to demonstrate this concept without a student. Unfortunately, right now, due to the lockdown restrictions in some regions in Canada, including Montreal, I cannot demonstrate this part. To summarize this proverb, there are 5 bows in the body in 2 states. You have to coordinate each part of the body, including breathing, and focus your mind in a self-defense situation to optimize the effect. Takeaways. First, many martial art proverbs have slight variations in 1 or 2 words. The correctness or relevance of the proverbs will often vary with the context of the usage. Second, 2 proverbs and related one have been introduced in this video. Shenjin Bagu to Chen Bagu, which means extend energy from inside of the center area of the body to the 2 ends of the body. Chen Bagu, stretching the body and pulling the bone. 蓄劲如张弓，发劲如射箭。Store energy like drawing a bow and release energy like releasing an arrow. This proverb expresses the importance of the body state during Fajin. 一身备武功 5 balls in the body should be emphasized in Fajin. That's end today's video. Thank you for watching. See you next time and enjoy your practice.